Oh, where does it hurt? How's that?
Yo, wouldn't it be crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy if Penelope winded up pregnant by getting freaky with Rich? Now, we don't know what they finished to do, but the dirty deed. But I think it would be wild if he ended up knocking up his boy's sister, which I think is wrong for so many reasons, that they were getting intimate in the first place. Like, yo, that's your best friend. I mean, y'all grew up together and everything. So it's like, it's almost like Penelope is a sister to Rich, but they getting freaky all of a sudden. Like, what the? This came completely out of left field. I just feel like these writers, for the finale, they just decided to throw anything at the wall to see if it stuck. And to me, I feel like we all felt the same way. Okay, yeah, Jordan, Penelope, Rich, Tony, like they're getting ready for their farewells. Like, there's no reason for them to come back. But no, now it's like you just inserted this awkward love triangle thing, which makes zero sense whatsoever, because it makes Penelope look like a pass around, which is awful, because I know she wasn't liked to begin with, except by me. But just to see that she's resorted to throwing herself with Robin to make Andy jealous, and now it's like, I'm going to get it on with my brother's best friend. And it's like, why though? You two have no need to be together. I get it. Maybe Rich is pent up for, the past month. I'm guessing he hadn't gotten intimate in the past month since he ghosted Sabrina. And then Penelope, she's in a vulnerable state. But this was just a senseless scene of weird passion. And I did a separate video about how I feel nothing for Sabrina being upset, because she has absolutely no right to be upset. And now it's like, imagine if the guy that didn't want to have kids is now like, oh my God, I just knocked up my best friend's sister who just had a miscarriage after the situation involving Gary. So, wow. So yeah, that'll be pretty wild. And I think they might do something like that next season. And some people have been saying, what about karma for Sabrina if it turns out that, even though she used Damani's sperm, something goes wrong and her pregnancy doesn't work out. And it's like, whoa, that's what you get for discarding Rich. So now he's going to be happily. Yo, that would be really crazy though. If Penelope gets pregnant, Rich and Penelope end up together, and then they start a family. But then for whatever reason, Sabrina is unable to do the same. I don't know. Maybe because Penelope is going to get pregnant first, obviously, because Sabrina says she's not ready to start a family yet. The freezing eggs thing was more about for when she's ready to get pregnant. So she'll probably be pissed off at Rich. It's like, he's happy in starting a family with Penelope, even though he said he didn't want to start one with me. Well, here's the thing. He didn't want to, but then he changed his mind. Then you found out about his sperm being invalid, and you didn't want to use it, so you opted to use Damani. So that was the end of that. So you cannot then be mad at Rich for starting a family with Penelope. And then what will be a real smack in the face is if the child is born, but it turns out the child is not a carrier of sickle cell, meaning that Sabrina, well, you had your chance to do things the old-fashioned way, but you opted not to. Boo-hoo, cry me a river.